Hi, so this is me post reading rush. I'm here to address and talk about some of the issues that have been happening surrounding the reading rush and some of the choices that the creators have chosen to make during this week and before this week even began. So for those who don't know what's going on, I know that if you don't have Twitter, you're probably like so confused on why everybody's so upset with the reading rush right now. But I'm gonna give you a little backstory. Firstly, starting with the fact that they posted and started to advertise the reading rush on Juneteenth and starting to advertise the readathon, their merchandise, all these things on Juneteenth. And everybody's sitting here like, we didn't ask for the reading rush to be brought up on Juneteenth. Like, of all the days, that was just the one day that they should have chosen not to talk about the reading rush. Yes, the creators of the reading rush, they are Canadian, I believe. Juneteenth is more so an American holiday, but if they are active on social media or, you know, just in general watching the news and stuff, I'm sure they have heard that Juneteenth is a thing and Juneteenth is a holiday and that it has gained a lot of popularity, especially this year, given all the social justice topics going on in the world right now. So I'm pretty sure they knew Juneteenth was happening, and if they had originally scheduled to announce it on Juneteenth, they could have done it the day before, the day after, and nobody would have had anything to say surrounding that. The second thing they did was for their 7 prompts, they created 7 prompts. One of the prompts was to read a book completely outside, and that is a prompt that not everybody has the ability, the capacity to complete. Some people don't have a backyard or access to a car or access to outside, or they're immunocompromised because COVID, we have a whole pandemic going around, that they just simply can't go outside even to read a graphic novel or a comic that would take them 30 minutes or an hour. They still don't have that capacity to necessarily go outside and read a book. Yes, they apologized for the prompt and they kind of changed the prompt so that it could work for more people. But what really got to me was the fact that they chose Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid as their book club pick for the Reading Rush, a group book that everybody could read and participate in. And they promised to have a live show during the week to discuss the book, and it was going to be great. You know, choosing a book by a Black author is great. We love that, we appreciate that. But the fact that their merchandise was advertised more than the book was advertised is kind of like iffy to me, because not many people were aware that there was a book club pick. I knew there was a book club pick personally. I personally chose not to pick it up to be part of my TBR for the week. But there are people who literally did not know that it was a book club pick. So I believe that they could have done better advertising the book club pick if they wanted more people to read about it and join their live show with them. So they had their live show, and within the first minute they come on and they're like, yeah, so we didn't read the book, and they're laughing about it. They're laughing about not reading a book by a Black author that they chose to be the book club pick for the readathon. And there's lots of people joining this live show who did read this book and are ready to discuss it, and they're met with laughter by the creators. And so that's where I'm kind of like, okay, Reading Rush, like, y'all, that was like third strike type of thing. And now I'm kind of just upset about how the whole thing went. And of course they apologized, but their apology was kind of like, if what we did offended you, or if what we did was offensive to you, we're sorry, which is kind of like a bad apology in my eyes. So it just didn't seem sincere that they were seriously sorry about how this whole thing went down. I personally have been debating if I want to even upload my vlog. Even now when I'm sitting here filming this clip, I'm filming it just in case, but I'm still not sure if I want to put the vlog up because it's been a lot going on. I'm the type of person who needs to reflect on things that go on. I'm not so quick to hop on people. I've been reflecting and thinking about the situation and trying to see the situation from both sides. In terms of the live show, I can't really see their side and why they thought that was okay. But in terms of the outside prompt and the Juneteenth, like, I'm like, okay, they're Canadian. Maybe they didn't know that Juneteenth was a thing. Okay, like, they did remake the outside prompt to include more people. And so they are, you know, responsive to critiques. but it's the fact that you had so many critiques this round. Maybe they always have critiques, I don't know, again, because this is my first year doing the Reading Rush. This is definitely going to be my first and last Reading Rush experience, which is sad to say. Everybody's opinion is their opinion, and I'm not here to saying that you should cancel the Reading Rush and not participate in it again. I definitely am interested to see what the Reading Rush, their plan is going to be to kind of fix the mistake and make sure it doesn't happen again in future years, which I hope comes sooner than later. But again, I probably won't be participating in the Reading Rush anymore. And I will definitely be reading Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed in August. The Unfriendly Black Hotties have a book club, and that is going to be their book pick for August. And so I have ordered the book, it's on the way, and I'm excited to read the book and discuss it with other people. But I wanted to insert this clip now in the beginning as opposed to the end or any other place within my vlog to just let y'all know that I'm aware of what's going on and I do not agree with what's going on. I also wanted to say that yes, the criticisms and the issues that we had surrounding the Reading Rush are valid, but apparently there are people harassing and bullying the creators of the Reading Rush, and I definitely do not condone that. They're humans. They deal with real life problems. If people are coming at them with threats and harassments and mean words, they're going to be sad, and other things might come after that that we don't want. So yes, these critiques are valid. There are things that can be improved within the Reading Rush, but that's where it ends. We do not need to be contacting the creators on anything other than constructive criticism. So I definitely wanted to address that issue too, because that's a no. This will be my first and last Reading Rush, but I still wanted to upload my vlog because it's my first weekly vlog on my channel, and I just had a lot of things in here that I was excited about and had a good time with. So I still wanted to make sure that content got seen by somebody. So yes, back to the regularly scheduled vlog. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the start of my Reading Rush vlog. Today's Monday, July 20th, the first day of the Reading Rush, and I've uploaded my Reading Rush TBR, but if you haven't watched it or if you don't plan on watching my TBR, I'm gonna go through the books that I'm planning on reading this week. So quickly, the first book I plan on reading this week covers 2 of the prompts, and that's going to be Priory of the Orange Tree, which works for read a book with a cover that matches the color of your birthstone, as well as read the first book that you touch. And I was born in November, and the birthstone for November is citrine, which is this pretty yellow. And yesterday when I filmed my TBR video, I woke up and the first book I touched was Priory, so it's gonna work for both of those challenges. And yes, this is a big girl, but I've already started reading it. I'm on page 316, so a little under halfway through the book, but again, super excited to get a lot read of this book this week, if not all of it. So basically, in Priory of the Orange Tree, we have 4 storytellers. Their names are Iad, Nicholas, Tanae, and Loth. And they all have, of course, their separate storylines, but at some point they're going to merge into one. All the storylines have to do with each other's storylines, if that makes sense. And so now that I'm on page 315 or whatever page I'm on, I have a better grasp on what the story's going on. I'm liking it so far. The first couple of 100 pages, Samantha Shannon has built up the world and introduced the characters and whatnot. So it wasn't boring, but it was a lot of setup in the beginning. But now we're getting interesting. The plot is thickening, and I'm super, super excited to see what goes on next. So the next book that I'm going to read also covers 2 of the prompts, because ain't nobody reading 7 books in 7 days. It's just not gonna happen. So this next book counts for read a book with a letter that starts with the, as well as read a book inspired by a movie you've already seen. And that's going to be The Duff, because I've seen the movie a few years back, but I didn't read the book. I don't even think I knew that the movie was based on a book when I saw it. So it's okay, because I usually read the book, then watch the movie. But in this case, I don't think I knew it was a book. But again, I don't know. And anyway, that's gonna be the book that I read. It's an enemies to lovers trope story, which I love. The DUF stands for the designated ugly fat friend, and this title is given to Bianca by a kid at her school that she just dislikes with a passion. His name is Wesley, but Bianca also has a lot of things going on in her home life that stresses her out. So then one day she kisses Wesley and she's mad about it, but also she kind of likes it. So then they become enemies with benefits, and then the enemies with benefits becomes enemies to lovers. So it's just like a fun time there. So I'm excited to read the book, and also I think I'm going to try to watch the movie this week with my sister. It's gonna be great. The next book I plan on reading this week is Milk and Honey, and this is a collection of poems. So this is going to work for the prompt, read a book in a genre that you want to read more of, and poetry is a genre that I want to read more of. And I'm also going to read this book completely outside, which is another one of the prompts. Because it's pretty short, I can get through it quickly, and I won't start sweating on my everywhere. So yes, Milk and Honey, collection of poems. I don't really know what the poems are about. It's going to be about a lot of things, I assume. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. And you just always need a quick short read during a readathon, so at least at the end of the day, you can finish one book. You know, like I know I'm gonna finish this book this week, so that makes me feel happy. The fourth and final book I plan on reading this week is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, which works for the prompt, read a book set in a different continent than the one you live. I live in North America. This book takes place, I think, in both North America and in England, so it works. I'm going with it, and I've always wanted to read this book, so I'm happy that it works for one of the prompts. This book follows Alex, who is the son of the President of the United States, as well as Henry, who is a prince himself. He's the Prince of Wales. And so these two, they're both, of course, celebrities in their respective countries. They get into some type of altercation, which I'm super excited about because I'm like, what is this altercation they get into on different continents, you know? They get into an altercation, and both of their public relation people are like, we need to solve this problem, so let's start a friendship between the two of you. And obviously it's a fake friendship because they don't like each other. But that fake friendship turns into a romance. And so again, another enemies to lovers book, like 2 in 1 week. That's so exciting for me. And yeah, I'm excited for this one. This is one of BookTube's favorite romance novels from last year. I saw a lot of people reading it and loving it, so I had to buy it, and now I can finally have the chance to read it. So yes, that's the 4 books that I plan on reading this week. I think I have a nice variety of different kinds of books this week, so I'm very excited to dive in and get a lot of reading done. But what do I need to do this week? Obviously, reading is not going to be the only thing that I'm focused on this week. I'm also still studying this week, which is very unfortunate because I'm tired of studying. But the show must go on, and I must continue to study. So I'm going to study, but I'm also going to make time to read a lot this week, read more often than I do in a normal week. So that's what I'm going to be working on first, is making my schedule for the week so that I have ample time to study as well as ample time to read. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go make my schedule for the week, and then I'm going to dive into Priory of the Orange Tree for a bit. I'm back with another update. It's about 6 p.m. on this lovely Monday evening. My hair has been put up because it's super hot. I look a mess, but I don't really care because this is my comfortability while I'm studying. Yes, I am sitting here reviewing a practice exam that I took over the weekend, and I need to be comfortable while I do that. But I have also read a few pages of Priory today. I am on page 375. So I've read a few pages today. I want to get a page 400 by the end of the night, which I'll definitely do. And then I want to start Red, White, and Royal Blue before I go to sleep. I'm going to study for a little bit longer, just until I'm like, okay, I did enough for the day. And so I won't feel bad for reading for the rest of the night. So just a little bit longer. And then I'm going to eat some dinner. And then I'm going to be sitting in the same spot reading for the rest of the night. good morning. It is day 2 of the reading rush. It is Tuesday. It is 9:50 a.m. As y'all saw, I made my coffee this morning, so I can check that off of the vlog. Challenge is complete. And I set up my bullet journal spread for the reading rush, as I didn't get a chance to do that yesterday. So I'm very happy that I was able to complete both of those things, and I'm ready to start this day. Last night I read a total of 118 pages. I read about 90 pages from Priory, and then I started Red, White, and Royal Blue last night and got to about page 27. I did some math, and since I'm on page 400 of Priory, and there's about 800 pages in the book, if I read 100 pages of it every day, I'll be done with Priory by Friday. Wow, that's gonna be my new goal, read 100 pages of Priory every day, and then I can pick up Red, White, and Royal Blue, and then also I still need to go outside and read Milk and Honey, as well as listen to the audiobook of The Duff, but those 2 challenges shouldn't take too long. And also, I hit 300 subscribers yesterday, and I just wanna say a big thank you to everybody who is here. I didn't think that my channel would get to 300 so quickly. So I'm, again, very grateful to have you guys here, and I hope that you guys are enjoying my content. And to celebrate this big 300 subscriber thing, I am gonna treat myself to 3 books. 100, 200, 300, 1, 2, 3 books. I'm going to buy myself 3 books. I'm so excited. I kind of already have an idea of what 3 books I want to buy, but I'm like not too sure on like the 3rd book. I have like 4 books in mind, but I'm only going to buy 3. So yeah, thank you again. I'm super excited, and stay tuned to find out what books I buy. Plans for today: read 100 pages of Priory, read more of Red, White, and Royal Blue, and of course, do some studying. I completed my study plan yesterday, so I have a pretty good idea of what I need to complete today. So I want to get that out the way so that, again, I can just read all night. So I purchased my 3 books, and I'm super excited about all of them. I'm debating if I want to tell you now, or do I wait till I get my package? Who am I kidding? I'm going to tell you now. So the first book I bought is Crave by Tracy Wolff, which was recommended to me by Christine from Editorial Edge. She has a whole full review on the book. She convinced me by saying that not only is it about vampires, but it's set at a boarding school, or like a boarding school has some role in it, and I love a boarding school setting. That sold me real quick. I was like, I'm getting it the next time I buy books. So there you have it. We'll read it probably next month. The second book I bought is Cinderella's Dead. I talked about it in my Black Booktuber tag about how I was very excited to read that book. So again, next time I buy books, that was definitely had to be on my list of books to buy. And lastly, I bought Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. I bought that one as an ebook because I have Get a Life Chloe Brown as an ebook, so I want to keep that series ebook style to keep it all the same. But yes, so as you can tell, I'm very excited about the 3 books that I bought, and it's because of y'all that I was able to buy 3 books, because 300 of you guys are subscribed to my channel. So once again, thank you so much. Hello, it's 9 a.m. on Wednesday, so day 3 of the reading rush, and I still haven't finished a book yet. That's okay. That's why I only gave myself 4 books to read. But, you know, we have 5 more days. Everything's going to be a-okay. And we're going to get some books done. We're going to get some books read. I'm also not loving my hair this morning. So whenever I do another update, it'll probably be different. But I'm not bothered to change my hairstyle right now, because I just want to get this update filmed so I can go about my day. But just know that this hairstyle, if you're like, ooh, Kristen, you're not looking too good, like, I'm aware, and it'll be changed. But yes, an update on my reading from yesterday. I'll be honest, it wasn't my best reading day. I only read 74 pages. So remember yesterday I was saying if I read 100 pages of Priory per day, then I'll be finished with Priory by Friday. Yeah, that didn't happen. I read about 50 pages of Priory yesterday, and the rest, 25 pages I guess, were of Red, White, and Royal Blue. But honestly, like, okay, let me explain. I was having a good day. I was getting some reading in. I was watching vlogs. I was studying. And then my brother was like, you want to go to Nana's house? And I was like, of course I want to go to Nana's house, because I know there's going to be food involved, and I love food. So I was like, of course I want to go to Nana's house. So we packed up, went to Nana's. I brought my books and such. I had full intentions on reading at my Nana's house. But then I was hit with a wonderful headache and that just ruined the rest of my day. And if you know me, you know that I suffer from migraines. I get migraines a lot, or headaches, migraines, whichever. I get them both, and they come out of nowhere and they hit me, and then it's just a bad day for the rest of the day or days that these headaches persist. And I always have Excedrin with me, but I did not bring any Excedrin to my Nana's house. So I was suffering until I came home later that night, and then I read a little bit of Priory before I went to sleep. But I was like, I just need to sleep this headache off and start fresh in the morning. So yeah, only 74 pages read yesterday. But again, today's a new day. I don't have a headache. I slept it off. So I'm ready to go. So I'm on page 454 of Priory. I hope to get to at least 550 today, and if not 600, to catch myself back up to the 100 pages per day. So I would have to read 150 pages per day. And then in Red, White, and Royal Blue, I've read 2 chapters, and I'm on page 54. So I'm on chapter 3, and I'm loving Red, White, and Royal Blue so far. Like I said in my TBR video, I was pretty sure I was gonna love it because it doesn't take too much for me to be pleased by a book. But man, this is good so far. I was so intrigued by what the altercation between Alex and Henry was going to be, because I was like, okay, like what altercation is going to cause a public relation disaster? And I get why there's an altercation and everybody's scrambling to get it fixed, because I wasn't expecting that, and it was hilarious. I was laughing. I was like, oh my goodness. I love the characters in this book. I love how like carefree Alex is. Being that he's the son of the president of the United States, like I always just imagine like the children of the president to be like super stiff and just like not stuck up, but sheltered, because they have to be on their best behavior at all times. But Alex like doesn't give a crap, and he just does what he wants to do. Him and his sister June like read the magazines, read the tabloids, read the rumors that's going on about them, and laugh about it. And I love that mindset, that they are just like, you know, we know who we are type of thing, and we don't care what the press says about us, because half the time we're feeding them this information, so we know it's not true. This is supposed to be like an enemies to lovers type trope book, and I can definitely see that Alex and Henry are going to fall in love. I can see how they're enemies, like they don't like each other, but the reasons that they don't like each other are pretty easily solved. So I feel like the romance is going to start pretty soon in the book. And today I think I'm going to tackle the matching outfit to the cover of one of the books, and the cover I'm going to match it with is going to be Priory, because it has this beautiful like yellowish orange cover, and I have like an outfit that I think would work for this. Oh yeah, I almost forgot, but yesterday Jessica Nicole Dickerson uploaded her Reading Rush Day 1 vlog, and she shouted me out as her Black booktuber shout out person, and I am so happy because I love Jessica's channel, and you guys should definitely check her out because she's so cute and she reads the best books. Like I've gotten a lot of book recommendations from her that I'm adding to my list and hope to get to soon, so y'all should check her out. I'm going to leave her link down below. Okay, so I changed my hair. Like I said, I like the style much better. The slick back ponytail is going really good for me. And this is my outfit that I chose to match Priory of the Orange Tree. What do we think? This dress, boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. I am not a model. I don't know how to pose. I don't know how to move. I don't know how to hold this camera while I show you guys my outfit, but you know, this is what it's gonna be. This is what it is. So there we go, vlog challenge completed. And yeah, so I'm about to go to Dunkin' Donuts with my mom. Gonna get some donuts, some coffee, and we're going to sit out there, and I'm gonna study, and my mom's gonna do some work. So I'll talk to you guys later. y'all, it's Thursday evening. It's 5:38 p.m. and I'm used to giving y'all updates in the morning, but I didn't give you an update this morning. I really don't know why. I think I woke up and just was like, I'm gonna start studying, and so then I never did an update, and then I was like, I'm gonna go live on YouTube. So yes, I went live on YouTube for the first time, by myself. I did live reading sprints for about 2 hours, and it was a great time. I read 80 pages within that 2-hour increment, and I was like, wow. So Thursday, it looks like Thursday is my best day of the reading rush, or it's looking like it's going to be the best day of the reading rush in terms of reading, because I've already read 80 pages and it's not even 6 p.m. yet. It's not even time for my nightly reading. But to update y'all on how my reading went yesterday, I read a total of 82 pages I only read from Priory yesterday. I didn't get into any of Red, White, and Royal Blue because I just wanted to get some of Priory done, and again, did not make it to my 100-page mark. So I don't know why that's becoming hard for me, but it's okay. And today during my reading sprint, I started out reading Priory, but then I switched to Red, White, and Royal Blue and got 60 pages of that book read. So I really don't know when I'm gonna read Priory, because now I just want to read Red, White, and Royal Blue. And last night I hopped on a Zoom call with some of my buddies. I was on the Zoom with Christine, Monet, Deja, and Maya, and we all were on a Zoom call. We did reading sprints, and that's why I was able to read a good chunk of Priory last night, because we had reading sprints and I was feeling super inspired. So that's why I went on live today. And now I'm in love with reading sprints, so maybe you can expect to see more reading sprints on my channel. It's Red, White, and Royal Blue. I'm loving it so far. I'm on page 109. They're no longer enemies, and then they became friends, or texting buddies, and now they shared their first kiss, and I'm just I love that for them. And we're only on page 100, so I'm we went through enemies, friends, and now lovers. But guys, I got some book mail here, and if y'all remember, I ordered 3 books on Tuesday, and they're finally here, and I want to unbox it. I've never, of course, unboxed anything on my channel. Join me. Bam. Boop. Wow, this one's backwards. Bam. Oh, now it's upside down. Bam. I got my 2 books. They're here. They're beautiful. I have Crave here. So Christine, I got your book, okay? I'm here and I'm reading it because of you. Then here we have Cinderella is Dead, and that is a beautiful cover. Again, thank y'all for 300 subscribers. That's why I was able to get these beauties. Hello, wonderful people. It's Saturday and I have finally finished a book for the reading rush. I know, shocking, but it's Milk and Honey, the poetry collection that I read completely outside. I did not vlog at all yesterday. On Friday, I didn't vlog at all. I didn't pick up a camera. Yesterday just didn't exist. It didn't happen. I'm going to give Milk and Honey 5 stars because I feel like it's one of those books that's going to stay with me for a while, especially with the messages in this poetry collection really spoke to me. And I was just yes, I feel you. I related to some of the poems in the book. It was powerful to me, so I'm giving it 5 stars because I feel like I'm going to remember this collection of poems for a while now. Yesterday, I also watched The Kissing Booth 2 with my sister on Netflix. And we watched the first one, of course, so we wanted to see the second one. And I didn't expect the second one to be as good as it was. There was one scene where I literally jumped off of my sister's bed and was oh my goodness, I'm sick. I didn't see it coming. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This movie is based off of a book. And we all know one of the prompts for the reading rush is to read a book based on a movie that you've already seen. And I've seen Kissing Booth and Kissing Booth 2 now, and I haven't read the book. So I'm switching up my book choice for that prompt. Instead of The Duff, I'm going to read The Kissing Booth just because I just saw it and it's fresh in my mind and I'm inspired and excited to read it. So yesterday as well, I started listening to The Kissing Booth on audio and I got 20% in yesterday, and I'm really enjoying the audiobook so far. It's bringing me back to the Kissing Booth 1 movie. I have a good feeling like today's gonna be a good reading day. It already has been. I finished one entire book that had over 200 pages, so at least my page count is high already. And yeah, I would check back in with you guys later. At 11:56 p.m. on Sunday night of the reading rush, I have finished Red, White, and Royal Blue. Finally, I will wrap up this vlog in the morning as I'm super tired and ready to go to sleep. So it's a few days after the reading rush has ended and I'm finally feeling up to wrapping up this vlog. As I discussed in the beginning of my vlog, there has been a lot of discourse surrounding the reading rush. So I wanted to give myself time to unpack what's going on and reflect on how I'm feeling and what I want to do about the issues going on. So I haven't yet wrapped up this vlog, and so I want to do it now. So this week I completed 2 books, which I'm very excited about. I finished up Milk and Honey and Red, White, and Royal Blue, and then I also got a good chunk of Priory of the Orange Tree done and listened to the Kissing Booth on audio. I got about halfway through the audiobook, and so I say it has been a good reading week for me. I pretty much already discussed my thoughts on Milk and Honey, but I really thought it was powerful. I enjoyed a lot of the poems in here, and some of them related to my life and related to some actual things that I'm dealing with right now. So I really loved it, and I think that this collection of poems is going to stay with me. I give it 5 stars. This makes me want to read more poetry. So if y'all have suggestions on poetry collections that you think I might like, please leave them down below for me so I can check them out. And next at 11:56 p.m. on Sunday night, I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, and I ended up giving it a 4 stars. I really enjoyed the story. I loved Henry, I loved Alex, I loved everyone's siblings. I just loved all the characters and their differing storylines. I appreciated the bisexual and the gay representation in the book. This book is very advertised as being an enemies to lovers type book, which it definitely was, but I just wish that Alex and Henry were enemies for a bit longer. I had the feeling that they weren't going to be enemies for too long when I started reading it, and I was kind of like, okay, that's fine, but also this book is over 400 pages, so what are we going to be talking about if they're already going to fall in love? Saying that, I did find the story to drag a bit at some parts, and it could have been a little shorter, but you know, I get it. Everybody was trying to figure out who they were, figure out what they wanted to do, because it was kind of a forbidden love, right? Like, we have Alex, the son of the president of the United States. We have Henry, the Prince of Wales. So it's kind of hard for them to, first of all, be gay and be together. So it's kind of hard for them to firstly see each other often enough to be in a relationship, given that they live on 2 different continents, and that, you know, traditional family values that they are trying to uphold, but they are not straight, and so they have to come to terms with that and hopefully get everyone on board with them being who they are as well. So I understand the length of the book, but still it dragged a bit. I loved the emails that Alex and Henry shared between each other. It felt very like old school. Email love letters are just a thing that doesn't exist today, at least not to my knowledge. We are texters, we are DMers and all that good stuff. So I thought it was cute. There are a couple of days left of July, and I definitely still want to finish Priory by the end of the month. I'm definitely gonna finish The Kissing Booth audio by the end of the month. But overall, I had a good reading week. I'm very proud of myself for finishing 2 books and getting a good chunk into 2 other books. Not something that I usually do in a typical reading week for myself. So I hope that I keep this spirit going and that I'm able to continue reading lots of books. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I really want to do more weekly reading vlogs. I had a great time doing this one, and I think I'm going to continue doing reading vlogs. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let's discuss some things, some recommendations, the reading rush discourse. Let's talk about it down in the comments. I'm here and I'm ready. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.